What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Powered by Primus, and in today's video we're going to be announcing and launching Patreon. So it's going to be a really fun video. In this video I'm going to be breaking down why Patreon, all the different tiers, all the rewards are going to be coming with Patreon, my plans with it, and again, ultimately, why Patreon? Because that's really a major question. The other thing we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be giving you guys a chance to get in a fourth entry. I believe this is the fourth video. A fourth entry for the Energon Edition giveaway. So if you've missed the last couple, no worries. I'm not going to be announcing a winner until the 20th, so you have time to go back and watch the couple of previous videos. You guys can go to the comment section and then add your entry via that. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about as far as an Energon Edition giveaway goes, I'm going to be putting a link down in the description box below to the original video, so you guys can go watch that, get caught up, and get all of your entries in. Now, before we start talking about all the things with Patreon, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who's honestly pushed me for it. I've been getting tons of emails talking to people when I go to conventions, all these different things about, Jamie, where's your Patreon? Jamie, how do I get on your Patreon? Jamie, Patreon. Jamie. Well, it's all official today. I'm going to be breaking down all the stuff for you. So again, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who has pushed me for it, and we are here now. Now, the main reason why we're doing a Patreon is that I really didn't want to do it in the beginning, to be honest with you. I just didn't quite fully understand Patreon. I didn't fully understand why Patreon. But after talking to a lot of people, getting a lot of really good advice, and talking to a lot of the team members here, really trying to figure out how to best manage Patreon, because I just didn't want to launch Patreon and be like, cool, give me your money, I'm going to buy some stuff with it. I wanted to make sure that there was this really good mutual understanding behind the people who are jumping in on Patreon and me, myself, and why we even have a Patreon. I usually don't set up New Year's resolutions. It's not something that I do, but this year I actually did set up a New Year's resolution when it comes to the channel and a lot of things that I really want to accomplish this year. I never thought the channel would get into, this size, at the speed that it has, and so now I really have a lot of main goals. Like, I had goals last year, but now I have master goals. I have things that I really want to accomplish this year, and one of the things was Patreon, and one of the ways I'm going to be able to help get to those goals is via Patreon as well. Now, talking about the goals that I wanted to set, there's really no point in me getting into all the little details about it, but there are two main goals that I really wanted to hit this year. One, I wanted a massive update to my quality. One thing that I really push myself for is quality, whether it's audio, it's lighting, it's camera equipment, whatever the case may be. I really want to make sure that we are always pushing forward with quality. And then the other thing I want to do is to really help continue to increase the community. We've done a really good job here of creating this community, and I really want to push it even more, and Patreon is going to allow us to be able to push it even more for those who specifically want to get more Team Primus specific stuff, or people who want to be more embedded in the Transformers TCG specifically. This is going to be able to allow us to do a lot of those things via Patreon. So if that doesn't really explain why Patreon, to be honest with you, the best way to break it down is there are some things that I really want to do to help improve the channel, and of course those things are going to cost a lot of money for me to do. Now, those things I've already started to do myself. I got a new movie program, I guess a couple of new movie programs, some other software programs that we did get. I do have a new light that I just happened to pick up. That'll be here soon. I'm looking to get another couple of cameras so I can do some really cool specific stuff. So I have all these really big updates that I'm going to be doing to the channel over the course of the next, however many. You guys have already seen me start to do some, camera manipulation. It's probably a really small thing, but I've learned in the new software system to like sharpen details and change lighting and change some of the saturation. So videos will just naturally start to just look better. The new video that I have coming out, I believe it's either tomorrow night on Friday night or Saturday at some point. That one, it has a lot of animations in it. It's got some really cool sound effects, so that you guys are going to be able to really start to see my vision when it comes to looking at a lot of these updates when it does come to the future. Now, obviously, a lot of these things are going to cost a lot of money, like the software programs alone are almost about $100 a month and a bunch of other stuff, so that is something that I totally want to do. There's no way, shape, or form that I wasn't going to do it without Patreon. I was doing this process anyway because it's something that I believe it is my job. You guys have given me the platform, you guys have given me the chance to provide you guys with really entertaining content, or whether it's coming up, showing you guys what's going on in the meta, whatever the case may be, it's my job to be able to deliver that for you guys, so I want to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can when it comes to those videos just in general. Now, the main part about Patreon is really this communication that I get to have with Patreon specifically. Now, Patrons are going to be people who want to know more about Team Primus, who want to be more into what's happening, with the channel, more people who are into what's really going on with the Transformers TCG. It's really easy to kind of fall behind with a lot of these things, not be updated too much, or maybe you catch a little bit of a video here, a little bit of a video here, and you're like, I think I know what's going on. This is going to be a way for me to be able to constantly update you guys, constantly communicate with you guys, to always have you guys in the loop with what's happening with me, what's happening with the channel, what's happening with the Transformers TCG just in general. And then while all of that is going down, you guys are going to be getting some really awesome rewards to back everything up. Because let's be honest, that's what it's always really about, right? It's like, cool, I'm going to do this, but what do I get? Well, we're going to get into that right now. Now, we're going to be having 3 different tiers when it comes to Patreon. We're going to have silver, we're going to have gold, and we are going to have platinum. Now, each one of these brackets are going to have a different price as well. You're going to have our silver bracket, which is going to be coming in at $3 a month. You're going to have our gold bracket coming in at $9 a month. And then our final bracket is going to be platinum, which is going to be coming in at $15 a month. And if you guys are just as good as math as I am, that is a $6 difference in between each tier. One thing that I specifically wanted to do with these tiers was not have them be an insane amount of prices. I wanted them all to have really realistic expectations and have really realistic goals as far as rewards and stuff. It's very simple to go, oh, hey, you know what, I'm going to have this tier for $100 a month and we're going to be doing all these different stuff with it. It's actually really hard to do a lot of that stuff. It's really hard to already dedicate so much time to this. I have to work, and then I've got to go out and record and still hang out with the buddies, and then I've got to come home, I've got to edit, I answer emails quite a bit, I still have my own, separate friends and family life, I've got the fiance and stuff. So a lot of these things require time, so I wanted to make sure that whatever rewards I can give you guys were obtainable rewards. I didn't want to sit there and say, yeah, I can do this for you, and then we get 50 people in, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hey, wait a second, I can't do this anymore, I'm sorry, and then have this really big issue. I did not want that whatsoever. So all of these rewards are going to be realistic. Now, coming in with the $3 rewards, with the silver tier, you're going to be able to get yourself a few different things. First off, you're going to get a thank you from me. Obviously, every single tier that anyone really who gets in on Patreon, I want to give a special thanks to. Even if you're just a viewer, even if you happen to go on our website every once in a while and check things out, I just want to give you guys just a thank you in general. Now, if you're in on the $3 tier, like I said, you guys are going to get that thank you from me. The next thing is going to come in is you guys are going to get access to all of the community posts that are going to be going onto Patreon. One thing I'm going to be doing is doing specific Patreon videos and have specific Patreon posts. Maybe it's going to be a question I'm going to post to talk about some stuff, or maybe it's a specific video that I'm doing for Patreon. One thing I want to do is probably do 2 videos a month is probably where I'm going to try to start it out. Maybe I can do 1 a week, and either way, these videos will be tailored more towards you guys specifically. Maybe it's a match you guys want to specifically see, or if it's a deck tech that you specifically want to see, or if it's, something's happening in the meta you guys want to talk about, or maybe a new banned card, whatever the case is that you guys want to talk about, I will make sure I go in there and specifically do this video for you. Obviously, when it comes to the channel and stuff, there are certain videos and certain things that I don't talk about because I don't know if the wide range will care about it. Maybe I'll make a post about it on Facebook or something. There's always those variables. However, when it comes to the Patreon, it's going to be whatever you guys want that I'm going to be making videos and posts about. So you're going to be able to get access to a lot of those in this tier, and then you are also going to get an entry in for our giveaway once a month. Now, one thing I'm going to be doing on the Patreon is that there is going to be a giveaway every single month from now until the end of Patreon. So, whatever. Every single month we're going to be having a giveaway, and I'm going to have multiple winners. This is not going to be just a one person wins. In most scenarios, I will tell you, if I end up doing like a big giveaway, then yes, maybe I'll be able to do 2, or maybe it'll be limited to 1. But like if I'm doing play mats, or if I'm doing damage counters, or sleeves, or deck boxes, or custom art, there are going to be multiple winners. Now, talking about those, I kind of already rattled off a few of our stuff that we're going to be doing giveaways on. It'll maybe be me doing some custom sketches. One thing that a lot of people don't know is I used to be an artist for Disney back in the day. I've already done a couple of pieces of side art for Transformers TCG. Nothing that's made into cards, only playmats I've made and stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more things like that. Like I said, it might be playmats, it might be merchandise, it might be sleeves, damage tokens. We're going to have a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to be giving away. And just getting in on this $3 tier, you're able to get access to automatically being a part of that. The other thing about being in on the $3 tier is that you are going to have your name at the end of every single video. So at the end of the video, I'm going to be obviously having everyone's name go across the screen just because I want to give you guys a huge thank you, and I think you guys do deserve that screen time as well. Now coming in with the $9 tier, which is going to be our gold tier, that is going to come with a few more things. First off, it's going to come with a discount to the card shop. If you guys don't know, poweredbyprimus.com is a real website. We have access to articles for members, non-members, and we even have a card shop as well. You guys can go on there. You guys can pick up cards. I have very, very low prices. I also ship to all over the place for no additional fees. Now, I do tell you to be very careful with that. If it's not a big enough amount, like if you're in New Zealand or if you're in, the Netherlands or Canada, I will totally send to you guys. My shipment charges are very low. However, don't order a, like a $1 card from the shop for me to send out to there. I will reject the order, unfortunately. So that is one thing to take into account. But we do have a card shop, and with this $9 tier, you guys are going to be getting access to 10% off. You guys will be able to use this code whenever you feel like it, whether you guys want to go in there and pick a couple battle cards, new waves about to come out, and you want to go with some character cards, boom, you already got 10% off. That's pretty awesome. The next thing you guys are going to be able to get is a voting privilege. Now, one thing I've just previously talked about, and I guess each tier that you are a part of, you get all previous tiers rewards as well. So you're not missing out on any of the stuff from the $3 tier. If you're in the $9 tier, won't really matter. You'll get all the previous stuff. Is with this voting system, if there is something that I post about, something that you guys want to specifically see, you guys are going to be the ones that are going to start to have a lot of sway when it comes to this stuff. If I put up a post, let's say, building a deck with cargo trailers, aerial bot, formation, and whatever else, you guys can go in there and make votes, and I can go, okay, well, they want cargo trailer deck, I'll make a cargo trailer deck. And we'll be able to do a lot of these things, or if it's even a voting system as far as like maybe, hey, next month's giveaway is going to be A, B, or C. What do you guys want? You guys are going to be able to start to vote for that. And then obviously I'm going to go with the higher vote. It's going to be kind of weird for someone to be like, oh, I want this. And then I'm like, nah, you guys get this anyway. No, the voting system is going to be a big thing. The next thing you guys are going to be getting in this tier is 3 entries into every single month's giveaway. So you guys are going to have access to even higher chances of being able to win a lot of these giveaway items. Like I said, we're going to be doing multiple winners as well, so you are going to have a higher chance just to get in on those giveaways. Now, the next thing you guys are going to be able to get access to is the Team Primus Discord. Now, currently I have a Discord that you guys anyone can jump into, anyone can have conversations about, throw out deck lists, people will help, all of that good jazz. All of those people have access to those. However, this one is going to be for the gold and platinum tiers, and this one is just going to be dedicated to those who are a little more into the Transformers TCG, people who want to discuss with me on a daily basis. I would imagine some of the other Team Primus members are going to be in there as well. We're going to be more than willing to help you guys with deck lists, or even with other people that are in there. You guys can post about specific stuff. You guys can ask us questions. It is going to be a far more closed lobby, so to speak, so you guys can start to get access to a lot more personalization when it comes to chatting with other people, whether it's people who, compete more or traveling to compete, or even if it's people who play more casual or people who have ideas for multiplayer. Like, this is going to be a really good spot for you guys to go into and to be able to chat with, again, us on a far more personal level. And then the last thing you guys will be getting in on this tier is just some behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more, like I said, I keep saying it a lot, personalization. I'm going to be doing a lot more personalization stuff when it comes to this thing. I'm going to be posting videos about kind of how things happen. A lot of people ask me questions about, like, what's the setup like? How do I manage this, or how do I do this? I'm going to show a lot of that stuff when it comes to, like, maybe I talk about how I build decks a little bit better, or maybe I explain how I organize stuff, or whatever the case may be. You guys are going to be able to get access to a lot of that behind-the-scenes stuff, to where, because there actually is a lot that goes into it when it comes to building a deck, building a personalized deck, helping people build decks, a lot of stuff. There's a lot there, so it's going to be really cool because you guys are going to be able to get access to those. And now the last tier coming in here is going to be the Platinum tier. Now this tier is going to be able to give you all of the previous stuff that we've talked about, so don't worry about missing out on those. All of that previous stuff we've talked about, and on top of, you guys are going to be able to get 5 entries in for the giveaways every single month. So obviously you're going to have an even higher chance. And again, we're going to have multiple winners for most of the month's giveaways, so you're going to have the highest chance of winning some of these things, which is going to be really, really awesome. The other thing is you're not excluded from month to month to month. I don't know if I said that for the previous ones. If you win this month and happen to win next month, you just happen to win 2 months in a row. There's not going to be like, oh, you're only allowed to win once and then you're off the list. No, you can win every single month. I hope you do. That'd be really awesome. The next thing you guys are going to get is a personalized video from me to you guys, giving you guys a big thank you. Like I said, I think everyone in the community honestly really deserves it. Everyone who really, really tries, but this is a very personal thing. This is a very specific tier, and it's something that I am very, very happy that I'm even putting out Patreon. So if you are in this tier, I want to give you a massive, massive thank you, because obviously you are helping the most, so we're going to be making sure that we give the most rewards for this tier specifically, in a personal video from me to you. Or, if you want it to maybe your kids, if you watch it with your kids, or I know people who watch it with their spouses, all those different things, I am going to be doing those personal videos for you guys. The next thing you guys are going to be getting is a 20% off discount in the shop at all times. Always, just like previously, it's 10%, except you guys are going to get 20%. That new wave comes out, you want to get some of those new cards, boom, 20% off at all times is really, really, really awesome. Maybe that little bit of difference was just enough for you to now buy that card you wanted. Or maybe you were looking at Sound Blaster and you're like, oh man, everywhere online he's like, 60, 70 bucks, and you're like, oh, but Jamie's got him on the shop for 40 and my 20% off, I can get Sound Blaster and something else. So that's one thing that I really want to do. I am going to be updating the shop here for anyone who is still watching, even if you're at the previous tiers. I'm going to be doing a shop update. I have some Galactic Primes going on there, some Battlefield Legends, I got some Legendary Bees, I got some Grimlocks. We got a bunch of new stuff that we're going to be adding to the shop here soon. I'll do a big update video for it. I'll most likely post it in Patreon first, because I think that'll make the most sense, so you guys can go get access to those cards first. And then the last part, which I think is very, very awesome, is I'm going to be starting a new series called the Deck Doctor series. There's lots of other people who have called it Deck Doctors. I try to come up with some other really cool ways to name it, but it's honestly just the coolest way to do it. And it's, you guys are going to get specific, I don't want to say upgrading from me, but you guys are going to get me. I will mess around with your deck list. I'll maybe do some videos on it if you want, testing out your deck list, or even if you have an idea where you're like, Jamie, I want to run A, B, and C together, build a deck. I will build a deck for you guys. I will play test it. I'll tell you where its power level sits. We'll work out on a sideboard, but we get to build a deck together, and we get to collaborate on making a deck that you want even better, or maybe just trying to refine your list, or maybe we'll even discover something really new and powerful together, which will be really, really exciting. I do get lots and lots of emails or messages in Discord or on Facebook about deck lists, and people are always like, hey Jamie, help me with this. As much as I try to help everybody, it is a lot of work to do, to sit down and play test the deck and go get all those cards and put those cards together. So I'm going to be limiting it to this tier with the Deck Doctor series. Now I'll also be doing videos on them. Again, if you want them to be published as videos, then I will make a video about your deck. We'll do some gameplay videos. We'll maybe do deck profile videos if they end up being like really cool decks or really fun decks. We'll figure all that stuff out. Now, that is not me saying that I will not help people who still email me, message me. I will still help those people. I just have to admit, it is sometimes a lot of work to sit there and to try to build a deck for every single person. I get a lot of emails, believe me. Alrighty guys, that is pretty much the breakdown of it. I know you guys are waiting for what am I supposed to comment. Jamie, I've been watching this whole video. I have no interest in Patreon, but I want to comment on the Energon Edition. Well, what I want you to do is to go down to the comment section below and let me know, what do you think would be a really cool giveaway? What would be something you guys would like to see as a giveaway? Would it be, a custom playmat? If so, what character should I do some, art on? What do you guys think would be a really cool giveaway? So make sure you guys go down to the comment section below and let me know your comment. What would be a really cool giveaway? What's something that you would want to be able to receive as a giveaway from me? I'd be really, really interested in see what you guys come up with. Now, if you guys want a link to the Patreon, I'm going to have it in the description box down below. Make sure you guys go down there, click on it, check it out. I also go a little more in detail about the Patreon, what a lot of the money is going to be going to, because I want one thing to be very, 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 very clear, is that the money is not going towards my pocket. I'm just not going to be like, hey, I'm going to go out and buy this because the Patreons are paying for it. Woo! No, it's not how it's going to work. Everything that you guys do put in on Patreon is going to be going back to you guys via the channel. Like I said, it's going to be for upgrades, it's going to be for giveaways, it's going to be for a lot of different things, but it is all going to be for channel-specific stuff. I will be putting nothing in my pocket. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this breakdown on Patreon. I really hope that you guys do get involved on Patreon because there's going to be a lot of really cool things on there. I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me thus far. It's going to be an awesome 2020. We're going to have some awesome videos coming out. Like I said, make sure you guys come back to the channel and check it out either tomorrow or on Saturday to see that really cool gameplay. And I will tell you guys, I'm bringing combiners back. I'll catch you guys in the next one.